back to another live here on my channel. This live is my morning walk. We can call it a walk and talk, I guess. I'll probably be on here for a few minutes because I am walking and I don't want to be breathing hard trying to walk. So where I'm walking, I'm in South Florida, and we've been experiencing some cold weather here lately. So for the past few days, we've been getting like 40-degree weather here, and in certain parts of Florida, like D-Land and the Panhandles, like what is that? Oh my gosh, the Panhandle up in Florida. They've been receiving or experiencing snow because I was told that it was supposed to snow in Georgia. They were going to have a snow day, but I guess the climate changed its mind and decided to come down to Florida. And it snowed, yes, it snowed. It wasn't heavy snow like it did last year because this is not the first time that it snowed in Florida. Not even when it did a couple years ago. It snowed back in like the 80s, if I can remember, before, even later than that. But lately it's been snowing in Florida a little more. So now we've been getting here, I'm in further South Florida, like Miami area. So we've been getting cold weather, like 46, 42, 49 or something like that. Right now we're at 50 something today. But the thing about here in South Florida, it'll be cold early in the morning. So we wrap up like this. At least I do. I don't stay cold for the most part because I'm going through my personal summers, if you know what I mean, menopause. So I get hot really fast. So pretty soon I'll be coming out of this. But even prior to me getting hot, my body getting hot, the weather here is not going to stay cold all day. So right now it's like after 7 o'clock and it's about 50, 58. That's cold. I mean, it's cold for us. Some people love it. But when it was in the 40s, it was super cold. But I love it too because my body is hot on the inside, so it just feels really good. And I know a lot of you who follow me that are going through menopause or perimenopause or full-blown menopause. You experience those hot flashes and your body is hot inside. So I'm going to pivot back to my walk. So every morning I get up and I'm at my office, and in my office, this is not my office though, but this is the area, like this entire commerce over here. You can see that's the highway, and then watch my finger, all the way over there is the Miami airport. So that's how close I am to all of these means of transportation. We got the Palmetto right here, and then way over, and it's not way over, it's just on the other side of the expressway is the Miami airport, the Miami International Airport. So that's the largest airport here in Miami, and then of course we have Fort Lauderdale, but that's on the other, that's on the north side of a different county. So I do this walk every morning, and I have not been active walking. So I'm getting my walk back into rotation, activating my walking routine. So I challenge you all to get up in the morning, which is the best time to do it. Right now with the weather being the way it is a good time too, because even when it's hot here, I get up in the morning, but I want to do it early because around 8 o'clock that sun is beaming. Like at 8, 9 o'clock the sun is beaming. But since we've been having this weather, you know, the sun comes up, but it's not hot, you know. So I can put in at least 2 miles of walking, which is really good. and I love it. What the walking does, the benefits from it, you'll be able to open up your digestive system, get your blood circulating. It's good for mind clarity, mental clarity. It's a good way to have peace. It's a good way to think and get your thoughts together. It gets the heart rate, if you could hear me a little bit, it gets the heart rate going because we have to, exercise our heart and do the breathing while you're walking. And it drains. It can help drain your lymphatic system, also your nervous system. Walking is a really great exercise, and I recommend you guys to do it. If you can't do it every day, schedule it to be done maybe once or twice a week, so that way your body can start getting immune to having some type of movement, because you got to move the body, because if you don't move that body, you're going to get stiff. You're going to get stiff. And I can tell when I don't walk my regular walk schedule and I start walking again, my body starts to tighten up because I have not been moving my body. When you get older, you have to move your body. You can't just sit down, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're not a person that goes to the gym, or you're not a person that works out all the time, walking is an easy exercise. And I don't mean walking your dog. That's not walking. That's walking the dog. Walking is a brisk walk like I'm doing now. And you are pushing your blood circulation so that your heart rate can start to pump a little more. Like I could feel it now, because when I first got on live, I had just started walking. So now I'm coming all the way around to start over in another lap. And I'll probably do this like maybe 2 or 3 times. And when I mapped it, it's like 2 miles when I do this every morning. And I was going to start a walk club, whether I do it online or whether I do it in person. But sometimes you try to encourage people to do things that's for them, that's for you, that you feel you want to share, because you feel like it's something that's important. A lot of times people are not on that same mindset. They may want to do it, but they'll find a way to talk themselves out of it. And then maybe on my next walk and talk, we're going to talk about how we get in our way and how we self-sabotage ourselves from doing things to benefit us or yourself, right? So, but today, I am going to talk to you guys about getting outside and walking. And then I'll let you know what I do after I walk. I just did 1 lap, so I'm getting ready to repeat myself and do another one. So I'm going to show you guys where I am. For those who are just tuning in, I'm at my office, and I always walk, and it's inside of like a warehouse commerce. You can see all the different warehouses. And what I do, I walk around the entire commerce. Now, this is just one side of the commerce. Watch my finger. The commerce goes over that wall right there. It's another side over there. So sometimes I'll even extend the walk and go all the way over there, which would then add another mile to it. But I got to get myself back up to that, and my endurance, and making sure that I'm able to, do it. And then make sure before you walk, you want to stay hydrated. Don't drink too much water, because you can't cramp up. Because I've tried that. I would drink so much water, and then I start cramping in the belly. But you do want to have enough hydration, so that you don't get dehydrated while you're walking. Like right now, it's a good time because the sun isn't out. And then once I finish walking, I'll come back and say, I'll map it, and then it'll show me how many miles I walked, how many calories I burned. It'll also tell me how fast I was walking, and you can map your walk. It's an app. You can download Map My Walk, or you can do it on Google Maps. It'll tell me yeah, how fast I was walking, and then it'll give me an image of where I walk. So that way I can study that and know for the next walk how fast I'm on that same pace, and then how many calories I can burn. And if you all don't believe that you can lose weight by walking, I am here to tell you, you can lose weight by walking. Although my body is petite and I've always been small, but as I started getting old, as I got older, I started gaining some weight through this whole menopause catastrophe. But I was able to contain it. I started watching what I eat, and I don't eat meat. I haven't eaten meat. And when I say meat, because meat can be fish, meat can be, of course, chicken and beef and pork and stuff like that. So let me say it like this. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat pork. I don't eat red meat. However, I will eat certain fish. I don't eat tilapia. I don't eat catfish. But I will do like a snapper, cod, dolphin, something like that, which is not really so much as a dolphin, but I will eat those type of fish. Salmon, of course, I'll do that. And then high on the protein, other protein than meat, I would do a lot of beans, like pinto beans. I would do black beans. I would do lentil beans. I would do lima beans. I would do beans. Beans are high in protein, so I would definitely do those. And of course, your leafy greens, like your green beans, your salads, your spinach, but those who eat kale, I'm not a kale fan. I just don't like the texture of the kale. It just feels too uh, like engineered. It don't feel real, so I don't eat it. So yes, hello. So yes, you can do that, which is what I do in terms of what I put in my body. I don't I don't drink soda. I don't drink sweet beverages like soda, lemonade. If I get lemonade, it is unsweetened. If I do tea, it is unsweetened. And then if I want any type of sweetness, I would use dates. That's natural. Dates are naturally sweet. Um, and then if I'm gonna use honey, I'm turning around, guys, getting ready to go back because I just did. This is going around from the first lap. So when I go back, that'll be 2 laps. So when if I want sugar, or not sugar, if I want some type of sweetness, I would use natural sweetener. So it would be, like I say, dates or honey. But if it's honey, it's going to be from an actual honey farm. My husband found a honey farm where we live over in Broward County, and they actually have beehives, and so they have the honey where they put it, they process the honey and they put them in the jars and then they sell the honey. So we'll normally get the honey from there, and it lasts for a long time because I don't use it all the time. The only time I will use it is if I'm making my own like specialty teas. So I love to drink. I'm a tea drinker. I'm not a coffee drinker. For those who drink coffee, that's great, but I don't drink coffee because it doesn't work well with my stomach, so I don't drink it. I like teas. So for those who are trying to lose any type of bloating or to start the digestive system to get pumping and going, get you some green tea, okay? Green tea will have you going. But you want to get the right green tea. So I recommend you to, because there are so many different brands out there, and I've tried a few, but I recommend you to just do the research to find what brand is good, because a lot of these teas don't have the actual tea leaves. They have the tea remnants from the leaves, and then they'll put it in a pack and sell it as the tea. So do your research to find what teas would work for you, and if they have like the actual tea leaves in the bag. Because even the ones I drink, some of them are not the best. So I don't even want to say the brand, but it works. I can say that. So Twinning is one that I use. Green tea. I used to drink the Bigelow, but I don't drink that anymore. But there's some other healthy ones because I have a few people that actually specializes in teas. So once I get all their information and gather all of that, I'll share that with you guys. And I know I'm kind of pivoting to different things while I'm walking. I'm just trying to keep your attention because this is all about health. It's about wealth. It's about living your life simple. It's about enjoying nature. It's about enjoying all of this due to the catastrophe in the state of what this country is. And I won't say just the country, I'll say the world, because every country is dealing with something where it is interfering in positive spaces for those that are trying to have a positive and peaceful life. And it's always somebody that is in office that don't have no type of love, kindness, and support for the people. They're just in it for themselves, and they're in it for the greed and for the money. So I don't really want to talk about that. I want to continue to talk about us getting out and focusing on who we are, pouring into ourselves, taking our confidence cup and pouring all that confidence that's in that cup into ourselves, right? So what I'm going to do is come on and go through who's logged in, because I see quite a few people that came on. Excuse me if I'm looking at the screen. I'm going to hold it up so y'all can see the clouds. Okay, let's see. Let me hold it up. Dakota, hello. Tasha, Corsa, hello. Camila, hello. Said hi. Ray, I can't pronounce your name. You circulate my blood. Yep, I circulate your blood. I'm not circulating your blood. You circulate your blood. I'm just walking. And then we have Graham. He said hi. Hi, Graham. And oh my God, I just had sleep paralysis. I'm so scared. You seem chill. You know, sleep paralysis, people don't understand. That's serious. That's sleep paralysis. So if that happens to you, you have to start praying, or you have to start calling on the Most High so whatever that is can release itself from you, because a lot of people don't believe in that, but it is real. I used to experience that a lot when I was a kid. You know, sometimes it can be if you are around a lot of people, if you went to a party or a club or whatever, and you're just around all these different people with all this different energy, and the spirits are all around us, we don't realize that. And something has attached itself to you, and then while you're sleeping, you get into this deep sleep. You can't move. You are conscious, but you can't move for some reason. It feels like something is holding you down. And they always used to say it was Satan on your back and all this other stuff. But I would always say, I never said that, but it is something. It is sleep paralysis. It's something. But I would always say a prayer. When I start praying and calling on the Most High, whatever was causing me to feel like that, I could feel my body releasing. So I recommend you to do that. I recommend you to just call on the Most High, tell him to remove whatever is attached itself to you, and you are conscious while you are in a paralysis state for some reason. You are still conscious. So just try that, and, you know, try not to eat late, you know, at night. Try not to watch something that's going to stick to your mind, you know, something negative before you go to bed, because we don't realize our brain absorb all of that information. It's like downloading. And then while we're sleeping, it still is processing on the brain. So you have to give yourself some positive downloads. So before you go to bed, so when your body starts to shut down and you go to sleep, it can help you have a better night's rest. So I hope that helps. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you all for tuning in on my walk and talk. I'm going to try to do these every morning if I can. And if not, I will do them every other day or whenever I can. And then hopefully you guys can join me. I don't know if you can join me live here on YouTube and walk with me. I don't know if they have a feature like that, because I know they have that feature on Instagram where you can bring the person on live with you. And maybe pretty soon Instagram will do that. But if not, you guys just continue to tune in. Continue to have hope right now, holding on to all your positive energy. And And be sure to help other people every day, because if we don't help each other, nobody else will. That's all I have to say. All right, so I am going to go ahead and log off, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a sunny day.